Everyone has their dream car, but even the expensive cars you've seen before are like toys compared to the ones we'll look at today. I might not even be able to afford one of their tires if I sold my house. Even now, as you lie down and watch YouTube, these expensive cars are cruising on the roads. Did you know there's a car that's only sold to 3 people worldwide? It's called the Rolls-Royce Boattail. Its price is an astonishing $2.3 million. The Rolls-Royce Boattail is sold to Rolls-Royce's top-tier clients, and only 3 VIPs were invited to sit down with Rolls-Royce engineers and designers to design and finalize this car together. As of 2023, Series 1 and Series 2 have been completed and delivered, but there's no news yet about the final Series 3. The clients for the Boattail Series 3 are the famous Jay-Z and Beyoncé. The design of this car is based on a super luxury yacht, and the Rolls-Royce Boattail has been made to resemble an actual yacht even more closely. To give you an idea of the effort put into this, more than 1,800 new parts were created just for the Boattail. There's no trunk in the rear because the back design is meant to resemble a real yacht. The front grille and headlights look luxurious and elegant, and since it features a more detailed yacht-inspired design than other Rolls-Royces, the entire look is sleek and dynamic. Instead of a trunk, there's a storage area called the rear deck. When you open it, you'll find forks, plates, champagne glasses, and towels to enjoy meals and leisure activities. You can even fold and open a parasol there. The deck cover can open at a 67-degree angle with a locking mechanism, and there's a temperature control system at the back to protect the food, drinks, and champagne stored inside from being affected by heat. They tested it from 176 Fahrenheit down to 4 Fahrenheit, and it performed well at all temperatures.
In that case, wouldn't it be enough to just build a resort?
I mean, this isn't a car, it's a moving resort. Series 1 was made in blue, Series 2 in cognac color, so it's exciting to think about how Series 3 will be created. But there's a car that makes the $2.3 million Boattail look cheap. It's a racing coupe. Let's take a look at a car we can't even buy if we win the lottery. Looking is free after all. This car is a 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut coupe that was preserved in the Mercedes Museum. In May 2022, this coupe was sold through a secret auction for 135 million euros. The name Uhlenhaut Coupe comes from the car's developer and test driver, Rudolf Uhlenhaut. This car can reach a top speed of 290 km per hour. Its sale price set the record for the most expensive car ever sold in the world. The previous record was around $44 million, so the difference is massive.
How rich should I be to buy something like this?
Like you, I'm curious, but the identity of the buyer remains unknown. However, a classic car dealer from the UK is said to have won the auction. Only 2 of the 300 SLR Uhlenhaut coupes exist in the world. The remaining one will stay as a museum piece at the Mercedes Museum. The buyer who won the auction now owns the only one of its kind. The company announced that the proceeds from this sale would be used to create the Global Scholarship Fund, the Mercedes-Benz Fund. Have you ever heard of a car whose owner's identity hasn't been revealed? It's a car with an absolutely silent engine, first unveiled at the Geneva Motor Show. Its name is Bugatti La Voiture Noire, and fittingly, it shines in luxurious black, as its French name means black carriage. This car costs about $19 million, and it was once the world's most expensive car when it was unveiled in March 2019. Interestingly, the identity of the owner of this car is still unknown, but there was a highly likely candidate. It was Ferdinand Piëch, the former chairman of Volkswagen Group. However, Piëch passed away in 2019, so the car's ownership became unclear. Even if he was the owner, he would not have been able to drive it, as he died before the car was completed. To this day, the ownership of La Voiture Noire remains undisclosed. The car was set to be fully unveiled by late 2021, but the owner requested it remain private, so its official unveiling became impossible.
It's the first time I've seen a car wrapped up like this. Hiding it so well just makes me more curious.
Finally, on May 28, 2021, Bugatti La Voiture Noire was completed. The car was said to be ready to meet its new owner, and it's confirmed that it does have an owner. The engineering team spent 65,000 hours developing this car. That's not a typo, it really took that much time, which is about 8 years. This car was exhibited as part of a Christmas celebration from 2020 until the end of March 2021 at Molsheim, and it was also displayed at a hotel near Leicester Square in London. They even released a carbon champagne set in a replica box of the Noir, but the Noir exhibited to the public was an empty display replica. As I mentioned, the owner requested privacy, so only the buyer has seen the real La Voiture Noire. For those of you curious to see the real La Voiture Noire, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Have you heard of the Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta, one of only 3 in the world? Do you know why there are now only 2 left? This car was created to celebrate Horacio Pagani's 60th birthday and the 18th anniversary of the Zonda line. It has unique design elements that distinguish it from other Zondas, including gold wheels on the left and blue ones on the right. Only 3 were made, but one was involved in an accident. As one of the world's second most expensive Pagani cars at around $17 million each, repairs alone would likely cost above $500,000, so fixing it won't be easy.
The price of the car is insane, but the repair costs are also tens of millions, totally a different league.
Right? This car ranked among the top-priced cars in the world in 2023, excluding auction-only cars. In September 2022, this car participated in the Supercar Owners Circle event in Zagreb, Croatia. While driving on a narrow road, it collided with an oncoming vehicle, causing extensive damage to the body. Most of the damage was concentrated on the driver's side. Both the front and rear wheels were damaged, and the rear suspension on the driver's side tore outward, with the wheel and axle thrown onto the road. Thankfully, there were no injuries. But the accident shocked not only those present at the scene but also hypercar fans worldwide. There's a car limited to just 10 units. It's known to be driven by a famous football player, our brother Cristiano Ronaldo. The Bugatti 110 is a hypercar created to celebrate Bugatti's 110th anniversary. Its name 110 means 110 in Italian. Only 10 were made, and it was priced at 8 million euros, putting it at the top of the list of expensive cars. It was designed as a modern reinterpretation of the EB110, with many design elements inspired by it. There are 5 cooling holes, and they added a large rear diffuser with twin tailpipes as a modern homage. The interior too is entirely inspired by the EB110. It took one person 16 weeks to assemble just one 110 interior. Every aspect, from seat patterns, colors, and designs was verified and refined over a year, and the car is upholstered in Bugatti's finest leather, making it extremely luxurious. The 10 110 units sold out within hours of their unveiling. One of them, the 7th in red and black two-tone interior, is rumored to be Cristiano Ronaldo's, and in December 2022, the last of the 10 units was delivered, officially ending production of this model.
It's a car that can't be bought with money, yet I don't even have money.
So, let's just live vicariously through Ronaldo's ride. Now, there's only one of a kind in the world, the Maybach Exelero. It's a 2-seater high-performance coupe introduced by German automaker Maybach in 2005, and it's the 5th most expensive car globally, priced at $7 million. In 2003, a team of Mercedes-Benz designers, engineers, and students from Fordheim University collaborated on the concept. They chose a student's design after 9 months of work, and the Maybach Exelero was completed in the spring of 2005. Amazingly, it only took 25 months from concept to completion. This car, which began with a student's design, caused quite a sensation when it appeared. It combines vintage lines of classic cars with sharp modern lines, and its massive size, weighing nearly 2.6 tons, gives it a commanding presence. The Maybach Exelero has a unique engine. As a result, it achieves a powerful 700 horsepower. It merges the elegance of a top-tier limousine with the quality of a sports coupe. The interior is also luxurious. Even though this car was built to test ultra-fast tires, they didn't forget about luxury. The interior is decked out with natural leather, aluminum, and carbon. The driver's seat is positioned further back than usual, so when you sit in it, the hood feels incredibly long. One of the test drivers who drove the Exelero remarked, "It's incredibly easy to drive, even though it's designed for record-breaking speeds. Everything from the technology, chassis, and tires makes you feel safe. It's unbelievable." This car later went up for auction, and although American rapper Birdman was known as the first buyer, he couldn't pay the price, and it eventually went to an African diamond mogul.
Even a star rapper could not buy this car easily. Why can't diamonds come out in my yard?
Exactly. For those of you who envy this one-of-a-kind car, hit that like button. Have you ever seen Bugatti Divo on the street? The Bugatti Divo was unveiled on August 24, 2018 at the Quail, a motorsports gathering in Monterey, USA. It was created to celebrate Bugatti's 110th anniversary. When it was first unveiled, people speculated that it was just a concept car because of its futuristic design. Bugatti reinterpreted the designs of its legendary cars in a modern way. Most customers ordered it in its launch color, but there were a few with custom orders as well. It was limited to 40 units, all of which were sold out to Chiron owners even before the public release. The price was an incredible 5 million euros, about $47 million. To buy a Divo, you had to own at least one Bugatti Chiron, which means it essentially costs over $7 million.
A car that expensive must be scary to drive. Wouldn't it be afraid of getting scratched?
I mean, I wouldn't know what it's like to own one. Have you ever heard of a supercar special model limited to just 5 units? There's a car made by the Italian supercar manufacturer Pagani with only 5 units ever produced. It's called the Pagani Huayra Codalunga. The name Codalunga means long tail in Italian. They extended the length of the Huayra by 360 millimeters, hence the name. In 2018, 2 VIP clients visited Pagani and requested a long tail version of the Huayra. The long tail symbolizes race car designs from the 1960s, and it's called a long tail because of its distinctive elongated rear. Pagani launched a special project for this, collaborating closely with the clients over 2 years to develop the long tail version. The resulting car is longer than the standard model but lighter. They used titanium for the exhaust system and reduced weight throughout the car, so this model, inspired by race car design, performs closer to a racing car. It was priced at around $7 million, which is quite high, but all 5 units were sold out. Since it's legally registerable, it received a particularly enthusiastic response.
Well, if it's that expensive and special, I guess if it doesn't have a license plate, it would just have to stay parked in the garage.
Exactly. It would definitely be too precious to use lightly.